Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This is Realmweaver and I'm bringing you another episode of the road to cosmetics. This season I'm gonna be just exclusively earning these cosmetics, but I don't know. I may end up doing more than I initially planned for this guy later on. Right now it's just the cosmetics right now. Getting the cosmetics, getting the extra stash space, stash space, and completing the season objectives. Yeah. Completing chapters 1 through 4 in the season journal. These are the things I can get that I'm going for. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Hadrix cache. It's different if you open it up on a different guy or a different class, you get a different set. But, we'll see. We'll see what I do with that.
Not enough fury.
I like breaking barrels. You never know what you're gonna find. You may get a bunch of gold. You may get a skelly. Yeah. Like I said, I always go for these casters that like to summon the dead back to life.
More fury.
So now that Christmas break and New Year's over with, I'm probably gonna do a lot more videos. Maybe not a ton more, but I'll try to get in a video at least a couple times a week, if not more. Either on Diablo or one of the other games I play. Sad to say, I do not have my legendary ring yet for Warlords of Draenor on World of Warcraft, so I'm behind like everybody on that.
More fury.
One of the more dedicated players anyway. Yeah, I know, it's everybody that's plays World of Warcraft is probably gonna be laughing that I don't have the legendary ring yet, but oh well.
Of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow, I ran him through.
Enlightened Shrine. You always want to get these shrines too, if you're a new player. They give you a nice little buff for a short duration. That Night Shrine, I think that just gave me a bonus experience or something. Come on. Yeah, Enlightened. Gain more experience. Oh yeah, I got overpowered now. Nice. Wasn't even looking at
The
that.
ancient grant me strength.
Level 10. Okay. I should have a rune or something by now. Oh, I got a passive. Ruthless. Get that. Runes make your stuff do a lot better. Since I only got the initial runes, I don't have any runes on those. Yeah, your skills become a lot more powerful if you have runes on them versus not having runes on them.
I need fury. I'll taste your fear.
My studies
Yeah,
indicate
see, it
that a
backed me in a
high-level
corner on that
cleric
one.
Zakarum named Akan began to sense the
Best thing to
corruption
do when they
within the
trap you like that,
church.
just
He
keep
knew
hitting.
this corruption would eventually
'Cause
destroy his beloved church, and that he must
You
take
never know, you
action.
might have some
After
life
much
on
prayer,
hit.
Akan hit upon the idea
What that
of
means
an
is
order
every
of
time you hit, you gain a
crusades.
little bit of life back. That may just be enough to stave off dying. You never know, you might kill enough of them to get free too. So never ever just give up. I don't know, maybe after Act 1, I'll probably bump it up to harder difficulty. Probably bump it up to hard. Depending on what kind of gear I got. Ooh. I always want to get the scrolls for
my
the
last
lore.
attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his
Not only
burial
does it,
chamber,
you know,
he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon.
not only do
Gorash
you
and my
get
allies were overcome at once, but I
an
fought
achievement
on.
for getting all the lore books and stuff like that, it just helps kill the ambience and stuff like that. Sometimes it gets a little too quiet for my taste in this game. Even though, you know, killing monsters ain't that quiet, I mean, it does get kind of boring just wandering around killing stuff, you know. Every now and then you like the narration. I like the narration anyways of these storybooks. Kind of keep my brain occupied while I'm doing this. That's the glorious thing about this game. Just when you think you're bored, you can find something in here to entertain you. Yeah, see, that rune gave me a freezing element to my bash, so it has a chance to. Oh, there's another enlightened one. Enlightened. What do you call it? Shrine. And here's where I'm gonna get my first follower.
Your magic is weakening. I am free.
My first and best follower, the Templar.
Now, back to my mission.
It says warrior, but he's a
You will
Templar.
know soon enough. Help me? Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I come to vanquish the Skeleton King.
As do I.
This guy may not hit very hard. These followers, they may not hit very hard, but they provide some pretty awesome bonuses. So if you're just soloing anything, you should always have a follower. And if you're not a hardcore guy, you're just kind of like a medium core to a casual player, and you want to solo stuff. I mean, this guy, he's really good all-around follower. The Templar. There's the Templar, then there's 3 followers you can get in this game. There's the Templar, there's the Scoundrel, and the,
What made it?
I think it's the Priestess, or no, the Sorceress. Yeah. So Sorceress, the Templar, and the Scoundrel.
He's free! Cannot let him off! I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason.
You'll meet these guys in various places while you're questing through the main storyline. Templar, you get almost everything you... Let's see here. The Templar and the Scoundrel you get in Act 1 just by doing your normal questing. And the Sorceress you get in Act 2 fairly early on. And you can equip them with gear and stuff like that you find. Make them a little bit more efficient at killing things, but typically they're not really there for killing things. They're there to provide you bonuses and buffs. Let's see, I got a yellow. Yeah, great.
Fury.
It's a yellow summoner at that. Get some. Like the bonuses for Templar, he
But the will of a Templar is stronger.
when you level him up, he gives you healing and
You were a Templar, John
like
Dar.
increased
How could you succumb to this coven?
The Coven is my brotherhood now, Cormac. The powers we serve will soon rule this world. Please forgive me. My
There, I
vision
got
is
him.
clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven. Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. But there is one condition. If we find the sacred tomes of my order,
yeah.
mine,
Agreed.
then onwards we go to fight the Skeleton King.
Yes,
May the battle
join me.
never end.
Alright, Templar. So these are the skills. He's got 4 skills. Yeah, you want the heal.
A worthy choice.
Every now and then he heals me if I'm critically low. Yeah, that's...
A useful skill.
loyalty. Basically, all these skills on the right side are the ones you want.
There are forces arrayed against us that are stronger than we ever.
That's an interrupt.
Some greater purpose.
In case you're critically low, he charges in, and
We will not discover it here. Keep going.
you can go with either or on this, but most people will say that you want Inspire because it increases your resource generation on whatever class you happen to be playing. If you're a brand new character and you're you're having trouble staying alive, Guardian is really good because he rushes in, knocks enemies back, and heals you up. I don't typically like these two-handed weapons. Not on my barbarian, anyways. On a crusader, it's fine because you can dual. You can have a two-handed and a shield, but I wonder why a barbarian doesn't have something cool like that. Oh, sorry. I mean, with all these rippling muscles on this guy, you'd think he'd be a lot stronger than a crusader, but apparently not. Somehow faith is a lot stronger than muscle in this game. Well, this guy does have some crazy attacks, though, that
I don't like the look of that.
he doesn't necessarily have to have a two-handed weapon. Dual-wielding two-handed weapons to be crazy.
He taught them to channel the power of light in the same way that the newly founded paladins were being trained. But these recruits, these crusaders, were given insight into the primal powers of Zakarum in a way no paladin ever was.
Just for sake, you wanna try to pick up as much, I don't know, much stuff as possible. What I mean by that is, you even want the grays, and the reason why I say you even want the grays is because the grays and the whites is because that just melts down into a crafting material that you're gonna need eventually. It's good to have it on stock either way. I mean, you won't want to equip a white or a gray, but the only time you would want to equip one is if you have nothing else in that slot that's better. This usually happens when you're first leveling up, first 10 levels. After that, it's pretty easy to find a blue or even a yellow for that slot. Most likely a blue, but yellows can be fairly, I wouldn't say common, but I would say about uncommon. I wouldn't say rare.
You wilt against my blows.
I'm going to try to keep all these videos roughly about an hour long. I may go over, and if I do, it's not intended. But, oh well, you know, stuff happens.
I need fury.
Yeah, it still doesn't look like they fixed that cursor issue from yesterday. It's kind of weird looking at that cursor. See that little hand thing? That's normal. That white cursor, that's just weird. Maybe they thought that you needed, well, the game needed a bigger visual mouse. I don't know why. I thought the other one was fine. It was a little bit smaller and not so flashy. But maybe people had a tough time figuring out where their mouse was.
Now I wonder.
You also get a little experience too for picking up these lore books, which is another reason why you should get it. See, I just leveled up by picking up that lore book.
To die alone.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly now. Let's see here. I'm supposed to find the Royal Crypts. I'm guessing it's something I passed up and I just completely ignored. I don't know. When it comes to map generation on campaign, some aspects, I'm gonna say all, but some of these aspects are random. But there's, if you play this game long enough, you'll notice that
Guide my hand.
with these areas, there's always a certain cohesion to these maps. What I mean by that is, like, if you start off in the southern end of a zone, you know you have to go to the northern end to continue on to the next area, or east to west. You know, it's common sense kind of stuff, but excuse me. It's my damn cold.
I tried to count how many we've killed, but I've lost track.
Anyway, the maps are fairly predictable, but they have just enough random elements into it to I wouldn't say make it seem fresh. I would say just change up the view a little bit and throw in the little randomness. Like this map that I'm on right now, this is completely random. A random put together map. But like in the outdoor world and stuff like that, if you're not in like a dungeon or some kind of building, it's not so random. Yeah, it has a fairly strict tile set of what can be placed and what cannot be placed at random. I think they do it for world continuity more than because if they made the world completely random every time you went through it, you know where absolutely nothing is. I mean, you just by random chance you happen upon an area, and that's, I don't know, that'd be a little weird. I mean, it'd be fun from a gameplay point of perspective, but Blizzard's one of those companies that doesn't completely ignore the lower side of the game in order to make fun gameplay. I mean, you can still have fun gameplay and still be kind of true to the lore. I mean, for some players, you know, that's half the fun of playing a game is for the story of it.
Not enough fury.
And I'm glad they don't ignore that. It'd be kind of funny if, say this is the world map or whatever, and your objective was up in this zone over here, and you're off in this zone over here, but when you got to the zone map, you were up here and you had to go all the way down here just to get over here, and that'd just be weird. I mean, that's a random element that could happen, and yeah, that just wouldn't make sense. So I'm glad that they make these levels that kind of make sense from a. Well, I would say kind of. The levels do make a lot of sense in terms of layout. And they got to. It's got to feel like a world, not like some kind of crazy whatever. So I'm guessing it's right here. I knew I passed it up. That just happens sometimes. I mean, I've played this game long enough to know that you're gonna get lost several times, and it's nothing that you did. It's just the way they laid out the levels that in a completely random order that.
I need fury.
That screwed with you. It screwed with me again. There's nothing down here.
Not enough fury.
It must be that last place. Must be that little area right there that I have yet to discover. Yeah, it looks like I discovered everything else. Man. I can't believe I searched this entire zone. And it'll happen to you sometime too. You'll search an entire zone. Not on purpose. But just because the way they laid it out is just tricked you. Just tricked you just enough to got you all turned around. To get you all turned around. Yeah, there it is. Just a little blip right there on the map. Next level. Oh, it looks like I got a elite here. Take care of. Kill the big guy first before I take out his minions. You want to always try to, unless the guy looks like he has, unless he's a beefy kind of guy. And what I mean by beefy is, you know, he looks like he's got a lot of health. He's big, he's fat, he's large on the screen. Usually those indicate like beefiness, how much how, it's like a visual indicator of how much health one of these guys has. It's a fair representation, anyways. But if they're small, like a bat or something like that, you want to go. If they're a rare or something, you want to go for them first, because you never know. The rares have random abilities, and one of their abilities they could have is summon more minions after you kill the minions that they already, have in their whatchamacallit, surrounding them. Yellow rare mobs will always have like little minions that will attack you, that they have increased health and stuff like that. And
I'm glad that fate has brought us together.
sorry, I'm getting distracted again.
You fight with both honor and ferocity. I know
Yellow
that your soul
rare
must burn within
monsters will have minions that have increased health and stuff like that from normal monsters. Blue rare mobs will be like the same creature, but they come in a pack of like 3 or somewhere between 3 and 5, 3 and 6 of the same creature. They're blue quality. And then you got the purple guys. They're not really. They got increased health. I wouldn't call them rare. Well, I guess they are rare because they have unique names and stuff to them, but they're more for, I think, achievements or something like that. They're not really meant to be considered rare because they don't drop a death's breath, which they need to fix. These purple dudes don't show up very often. They should drop a death's breath. I just don't understand why they don't. But rare mobs are the ones that drop a death's breath whenever you're at max level. Purple guys seem to have zero chance of dropping a death's breath at all.
This place is a backwater filled with serfs and an ancient broken down
I don't get it.
Hardly fit for the king of Condorus. I cannot
Whatever.
fathom why Lazarus was so intent on this becoming our new seat of power.
I already know that this layout of the map is set in stone. It's not random at all. This final level before the Skeleton King is always set in stone. But the map before it is completely random. See, I know right here is the door to the Skeleton King. Yeah. He threatens me.
You will never defeat me!
Yeah. And he spirits away like a little punk.
The moment you surrendered to madness.
More fury.
He locks the door and sends skillies in. Blah blah blah. Easy enough.
Son.
first boss in the game. I think you get a guaranteed legendary, if I'm not mistaken, from this dude. You get a guaranteed something from this guy. Maybe they changed it. From what I remember, you used to get a guaranteed legendary from this guy, but if this is the first time you're going through him. Yeah, he hits like a little punk on normal. Yep, legendary.
The Shatarum high priests in Kurast proclaimed Leoric king of Khandurus many years ago. He ruled well until Diablo's influence drove him mad, and the loyal knight Lac Danan was forced to slay him. Afterward, Diablo himself raised Leoric from the dead
That's a
as
two-handed.
the Skeleton King, until the monarch's son, Aiden, vanquished him.
Yeah, lose my experience, but I gain more damage. Yeah, see, that's a two-handed, and I don't want to sacrifice. I mean, it's all up to you, but for me, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with those two-handed. The reason why I don't mess with two-handed is because they're so damn slow. I mean, the stats, the stats, if the stat changes if equipped, little portion of that area may look awesome and great and just badass, but it it's meant to draw you in, but more often than not, it's not that great. I mean, yeah, sure, you'll be able to hit one-hit things for a while, but when when you got a lot of stuff to hit and you have no AoE attacks, like, I don't know, people can argue that Hammer of the Ancients is an AoE attack, but what I mean by AoE attack is area of effect attack. And that's like in a large area around you, especially when you're pulling like a ton of mobs. You don't have a consistent AoE. You don't want to sacrifice for a two-hander, because if you're going to be hitting mobs left and right, you want a fairly quick weapon.
You that fell from the sky?
Yeah. The stranger fell from the sky. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything for the people that haven't played this game yet.
I have journeyed far to find that.
Yeah. You can watch those things or you can skip them. I choose to skip them.
No man could your men.
Excuse me.
Tell me everything you remember. It is, of course.
I will hunt.
The Herodrim were plagued.
How did you-
My eye.
You have no. Only the empty days.
Tyrael is the angel of the
demon.
if Tyr.
I'll probably grants 5 experience. May lose a little bit of strength, but recovery, but the thing has stamina on it and experience, so I'm gonna get rid of these before they tempt me too much. Yeah. Forgotten souls are obtained by salvaging legendary stuff. You can't salvage every legendary in the game, like potions and stuff like that. You can't salvage, but most legendaries can be salvaged for this material. You'll need a lot of this material later on for some of the recipes and whatnot that are out there. Trade up one more. See what we got. Well, I have yet to get to 25. We don't want to train up too high since we're not that high. We're only at level 11. I think this is high enough for now. Blacksmith. Every time you level up a blacksmith or artisan in general, their whole little layout changes, which I think is a really nice thing to do for just a visual aspect of the game. Oh, I better go see if Miriam's got anything for me before I wander off.
Did you see that stranger next to old Cain?
Yep.
Do not question the path you are on.
Blah, blah, blah. You can train her up, too. When you train her up, you can transmogrify more stuff, and you can enchant more pieces of your gear. You won't be able to enchant all your pieces of your gear until you get her to max, her max rank, which is kind of, I don't know, but I guess they do that just for a money sink. I don't know how long it's been right now. I'm guessing it's been about an hour or so. I hope you guys enjoy watching this, and until next time, guys. Later.